Ball forward for West Ham, Wan-Bissaka. Got 20 seconds to go, it's West Ham's throw-in. Just got to hope for something. Anything. Not even putting the ball in the box. Here comes another throw-in. It's our last chance saloon. Fuck's sake. It's a free kick, ref. Now he's getting a goal kick. Can't be arsed. Obviously cannot be arsed.
It's really hard. Mommy, where's my baby Karen? No, plus he is white.
This is bad, team. And there you go, final whistle. Hello everyone and welcome back to the West Ham Network for your highlights review show. We will be going live to the London Stadium. We've just seen West Ham get beat again. I'm so frustrated again. I don't really know what to say. I don't really know how to compute. Again, us losing another game. It's so tiresome. I just get fed up and it's boring. I don't know what to say, to be honest with you. It's rubbish, isn't it? It is rubbish just seeing West Ham on the end of another defeat. And to be honest with you, all credit when credit's due to Aston Villa, because they show the resolve and the determination to go and get a result. They're away from home. They've got their 9th win on the bounce in the Premier League. But we just don't have that fortress. We don't have that squad depth, and we start games off with a high press, and we put them under pressure. We force them into mistakes, and from that moment onwards, Aston Villa just grew and grew and grew into the game. And what's frustrating is, for me, I think that players like Magasa have great games. Fernandes have great games, but we just don't have enough players in and around them to determine anything really. And I know people are going to say, like, we have nothing going forward. We don't have anything going forward, but my next concern is, do we have anything else in that team that can progress us going forward when we have that forward line? I don't think Wilson fixes that. I don't think Wilson is the player that fixes that. I think defensively, we've went and scored 2 goals today, right, but the opposition have scored 3. So for me, that highlights that defensively we've got a problem. And if we're scoring 2 goals without a striker, I know we've got a problem going forward. I get that, because we're lacking the penetration. But defensively, we have to get this dealt with sooner rather than later. And I can't give this, I don't fault Areola. I really do fault the defence, first and foremost, because the first goal, which came from the Mavropanos lack of ability to read the game, is what's allowed Ollie Watkins to do that diving header, and allowed them to bring the game back onto an equal thing. And I don't know. It's tiresome, it really is tiresome supporting West Ham right now, innit? And it has been for the last few years. And you just feel like if we ever go up, go up leading, it's inevitable that we're going to go down, because we'll always sit back. And I just don't understand the mindset. It doesn't make sense for me. It doesn't make sense for me that we don't ever really high press, and no matter what manager comes in with the squad that we've got. But we cannot, under any circumstances, take this away from Aston Villa, because they are a good team. They've got good players and they look like they've got a good squad. And a player that is frighteningly good right now is Rodgers of Aston Villa, who apparently West Ham were linked to last summer. Why is he going to leave Aston Villa to come to West Ham? He's not. He's not. I can't just, we're at home, we need to have more fight, we need to have more va-va-voom, and we don't really have anything, to be honest with you. These substitutions are absolutely doing my boxing. Good team, Anton, they are Mandy, they really are a good team, and we can't take credit away from them. They've been probably the best team we've seen play in a long, well, not in a long time, but they look like a team that's firing all cylinders everywhere, all over throughout the park. The fact that they can pull Ollie Watkins off and change it round, and they've got substitutions that are scoring 7 goals in the season as well. We're going down, I don't care, I said it, the team is not good enough, can't even hold on to anything anymore, it's manager's dog shit as well. But we need to really look at the January transfer window is going to be massively key. It's going to be massively key for us. It has to be key. We have to address, right now I'm not bothered about our midfield, we have to address our striker, and we have to address our defence. Scoring 2 goals at home but conceding 3 at home again, and then the lack of urgency, the defensive substitutions, Guido Rodriguez coming off the bench with 5 minutes to go, it just does not end up. We have no constant firepower. We don't last 10 minutes like clockwork. Striker sat on the bench. Pierre says we don't have a manager. We don't. Well, we do, but you know what I mean. Nuno happy at 2-2, proactive subs and win easily. Yeah, I think we are, and I think that's the problem. We constantly invite the pressure. Constantly invite the pressure and lose out by trying to protect the lead. It's just, let me just have a look here. I'm just trying to see the last few games. Let's Aston Villa, we've just seen that there, sitting back 2-2, they go and score. Brighton, we're winning 1-0, we sit back, we invite the pressure, bang, they come and get a last minute goal. Manchester United 1-1, Liverpool, we give them everything. Bournemouth 2-2. I just find it massively frustrating. I'm just so frustrated. Mandy says because we have no proper strike force, we need our midfield players to support the wingers, which leaves us exposed sometimes. It leaves us exposed everywhere. That's the problem. We're exposed defensively because we don't have defensive players that are capable of defending, and that's honestly and we all know that Diouf is capable of being a world beater. I really do. I genuinely believe going forward he could be one of the best out there, especially with that whip ball. But how many times did we whip that ball in today? Hardly ever. We're never really going and playing on the strengths of the players we've got in the squad. Defensively, he's not there. Mavropanos defensively is not there. And I think that's highlighted because he's playing week in and week out and he's not turning things around for us in that defence. I think Todibo didn't really necessarily put a massive foot wrong today, maybe a couple of times. Wan-Bissaka did okay, nothing major. Areola probably could have done a little bit better with that chance that came in from Rodgers when he scored that wonder goal from the end. But when you push on into the midfield, Paquetá, what's he really offered West Ham today? What has he offered West Ham today? I really don't think he's offered us anything. I'm going to bring you up as actually his in-game stats right now, but for me, in terms of our midfield, Paquetá has been and is been our weakest link in that position. And I think equally though, Somerville didn't have a great game. I didn't feel confident massively when he was driving forward with the ball. But Paquetá today had 76% accurate passes, but only made 38 passes in today's game, touching the ball 47 times. Let me just rate that. Let me just have a look here. 47 times. He lost possession 16 times. He never had any clearance, he never had any block shots, he never had any interceptions, he never won a single tackle. He never won a single tackle in this game from Paquetá. He never won a single ground duel from 4 attempted. And he only won 2 from 7 aerial duels as well. That's a game where you need to read the room, for my opinion, and Nuno needs to look at that situation and go, he's not firing on all cylinders, so you need to make a change. But then the problem is, if Nuno doesn't have the faith on the bench, then why is he going to change it? And that's what it falls down to. Oh, my camera, I'm so sorry, I've got it on the wrong bloody fucking camera. Can you hear me clearer now? Can you hear me clearly now? Apologies for that. Like the Rodgers goal, either sub when we're actually no time to change the game, or don't bother 10 minutes. I'm not having that PI. We look better under Nuno than we did under Lopey or Potter. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm not fully digging out the manager, but then again I am, because I just read you like the awful stats from Paquetá, and he's played 89 minutes in this game. He's offered us nothing today. He really hasn't. Absolutely nothing. And then we it's areas of the park where they leave gaps open, and when you lose possession, so he touches the ball 47 times and loses possession 16 times. Magasa touched the ball 51 times, losing the ball 8. But 16 times, man. That's too much. That is too much. Gutted we didn't deserve that. I don't know. Nuno's the best man we've had for years, but he's shit. He's better. Name the proactive subs we have. It's easy to talk in hindsight. We started with our best players, and that's the problem. Squad depth in it. No one. F the January transfer window. I'm hoping for relegation on £27 million spent in the summer. No urgency to find a proactive striker. Copy and paste under this manager is really not good. How can anyone say we didn't play well today? It was probably one of the best displays of the season. I don't think it was. I think there was parts and times, and I think that was a bit of Aston Villa's tactics, if I'm being brutally honest, because they were happy to sit back and allow West Ham to come on the attack because they knew they would take West Ham on the counter. So I think it's a false thing about our display today. I don't say it was one of our best displays this season personally, but that's personal choice. Beating Villa at this time would be a bonus. We need to beat the teams around us, but sorry, but no midfield don't create enough chances. So poor. We just can't keep changing manager. Who's a proven decent manager. He needs time. Well said, a rarity, a non-delusional West Ham fan. If we didn't have Bowen, would have been worse to watch. I agree, Richard. A few days ago, lots of fans were expecting a loss. Some even called for a proper beating. We didn't see that today. Replacing Diouf with Walker-Peters will actually help. That's an interesting point. Walker-Peters, season pro, Premier League, definitely defensively better than Diouf, but going forward, not. And that's the problem. If we're not going to utilise Diouf's pacey whip balls in, then something needs to change there, and we need to have the confidence to be able to do that. Why would he whip it into Paquetá? Wilson on before Villa scored a second. Kante plus others weren't selected for the bench. 𝗪𝗚𝗪𝗓. We are playing better. I think some of you so-called fans need to remember Villa have beaten City and Arsenal recently. They have, absolutely. But I think what we need to do is really investigate this low block, sitting so low, sitting so far back, allowing teams like Aston Villa, who have got some of the most creative players in their team, beating teams like you said, Trini, and giving them the possession. Look at Rodgers, look at Tielemans, and look at McGinn, and just two of those three players, right? Very, very creative players, and McGinn's just a fighter, and he's creative in his own way, in a roundabout way. And then you've got Kamara and Onana, who just go about their business, do their job to the highest of standards, box-to-box midfielders. And I think that's that then lies the problem. And you look at our midfield compared to their midfield, from their three, or if you look at their five, if you don't include Watkins, Rodgers, Tielemans, McGinn, Kamara, and Onana. There's just so many changes there. Right, I'm going to bring in Mr. Russie B if he gets a signal-y. Russie B?
Yes.
Talk to me.
Oh, man. That one hurt today. It really did.
Hold on, I've changed your... Hold on a second. I can't hear you now.
Oh, God. Can you hear me now?
Oh, I can hear you now. Go for it. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, that one hurt today, mate, didn't it?
Yeah.
That one really hurt today. It was there. We know Villa weren't playing very well. I thought we played really well, and just defensively. And again, the substitutes. I think if Wilson was on 2 minutes earlier, that goal wouldn't have happened, I don't think. And yeah, Areola shouldn't have been beaten there as well. And yeah, not good, mate. Not good. getting a bit worried now.
What do you know, lots of people in the chat saying about Aston Villa. We know how Aston Villa are. I think that's a 9 consecutive win in the Premier League. So no like disrespect on their name. I thought they actually did well. I think they tactically played us today. If I'm being honest with you, I think they were happy to invite West Ham to come on, and then they were going to try and challenge us on the counter. And I think it was funny because it was like a game of like West Ham, when we didn't press, we were like, there you go, Villa. And then when we had the ball, Villa didn't press us, and they were there you go, West Ham. But something we've talked a lot about, Russ, is the high press from West Ham. When we do it, something happens, and then we back off, and nothing happens. And I'm not trying to say I expect us to do it all game. I just expect it to see it a little bit more, because it invites... Yeah. You know, I just think that... I remember when I was doing it, I was watching the game, and I was like, I wish I had a bit of paper, because I would have written down on our attack how many times Villa pressed us, and on their attack how many times we pressed them, and what happened on the back of our press and on the back of their press. Because they definitely press us better, but is that because they've got better players?
I don't know. I thought we actually... I thought that we did... I mean, the front three, as it were, I thought they pressed reasonably well. I thought, the fact is with Martinez not in goal, that was a huge boost for us, which I don't think we took advantage of. And, and 𝗪𝗚𝗪𝗜𝗓, and, we really didn't take advantage of the fact that they had, I thought quite dodgy defence. I thought, Matty Cash had the run around from Somerville. I thought Martin got taken off because, Bowen had his number as well. It's just, we just can't defend. That's the issue. Just can't defend, and I don't get it, because, we were really sort of... I mean, when we had Ben on from the Aston Villa fan, he was basically saying, do you know what? We haven't played well all season, but we're picking up results. We're winning games, and we haven't played very well. And I don't think Villa played particularly well yet today. They were clinical when they needed to be, and that's the real difference. They had a couple of really good chances and put them away, where we were very different. We were, we were unlucky. Bowen was offside for the third goal, and, all that type of stuff. But yeah, that one hurt today. That one started to get me a little bit worried.
It's funny that you say defensively you don't get it, but I mean, really, let's be honest, Russ, we should get it, because when you look at the team and some of the players, I think the biggest thing for me today that really, really, really frustrates me, and someone else picked it up in the comments, was when the ball was whipped in from McGinn. This is what really set the tone for the rest of the game. When the ball's whipped in from McGinn, 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧 is only focused on Watkins and not the ball.
Yeah.
And as a defender, you're taught to have that element of like peripheral vision. You'll be able to like follow the game, the ball, the player. That's the whole point of a defender. Like, you watch everything, that's it. But the striker's not to watch everything. The striker just makes the run and hopes that he beats the defender. And that's what Watkins has done. And where 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪 has failed is he's just simply followed the player and lost all ability. And all a striker's going to do is throw themselves at it and hope. And that's what he's done. And that's why he is,
that's why he's playing for West Ham, isn't it? In reality, he's those lapses of concentration. I thought actually he had apart from the conceded goals, defensively he was quite strong. But it's those lapses in concentration is why he plays for West Ham and not a decent side. Because it is those sort of moments which change games. And you're right. I think for the second goal particularly, he sort of got between Wan-Bissaka and 𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧, and they sort of ran on to the goal line, and that's anticipation. And yeah, it's just.
Trini says it here. If Mavro attacks the ball and just not tries to wrestle Watkins, he heads the ball away, and I completely agree. Yeah, with you, because it's like that no nonsense defender that we don't have.
Which is what we're crying out for, isn't it? Crying out for that, mate.
We're crying out for that. It's like the Craig Dawson. It's just that like boom, putting your neck on the line, head on the line for it. And I think the other concern is, and people are making the comments in the chat saying about Diouf defensively. I think Diouf is brilliant. and a really good forward, and will be a fantastic forward moving forward, a player moving forward, but defensively not great. And maybe right now we need Walker Peters. Maybe we need that seasoned Premier League player who can defend really well and not get caught from the back. And when you've got, for example, when you've got Diouf, then you've got Todibo beside him, I feel like Todibo has to do a lot of work to cover Diouf's back. And then the other side of Todibo is 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧, and he's having to do shitloads that side to cover his back. And as is Wan-Bissaka. And I'm not saying Wan-Bissaka had a great game either. I just think like there's these little spots around the team are really impacting us. And Russ, we're now sitting nearly at Christmas time again. Bang, going to be in the bottom three.
Yep, and you know we haven't got Diouf and Wan-Bissaka now until you know for at least 4 or 5 weeks. So. You know, we all have Kyle Walker-Peters, who probably playing right back, and all these stars will be playing left back. But that's the thing. We're in that situation now where we go to Man City without our first choice centre, left back and right back now. So
and we are 7 points from 14th place Bournemouth.
Yeah.
7 points. Like it's really worrying. It's really worrying, and we should be really worried because I'm telling you now, the fear of God is in me. If West Ham go down this season, it's not going to be pretty.
No, it's not. And I mean, today's result has got me a bit worried now because.
Ross, I'm going to leave you. I need to go. I'm going to the pantomime. No, yes, I am.
Oh no,
yes,
you're not.
I am. Oh yes, I am.
It's behind you. Irons. Well, ironically, it was a bit of a pantomime today, really, with people behind 𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧𝗪𝗧. Watkins is behind you. Oh, no, he's not. Johnny, I can't do the thing at the same time, but Johnny says definitely Charlie Cresswell. We need a rock in the centre back positions. That's what we need, a rock. We don't need flaky people. We need a rock, not the rock, although Dwayne Johnson could probably do a job, but we need someone who's going to come in and just be that sort of rock we can then build upon. Because, you know, I thought at times, the amount of, I mean, we'll go through, dissect the game in the breakdown with Ben tomorrow, but for me, the amount of times we won the ball, you know, in midfield, and Fernandes and Potts and Magassa. I thought Magassa had a brilliant game as well. I thought there's some. How you doing, mate? I thought Magassa had a brilliant game, and I thought let's get Al on. I mean, I've got my mic in my pocket. Yeah, you all right? Go on, take a mic. How are you?
Frustrated.
That one hurt today, didn't it?
It did.
That one really hurt me today.
Do you know what? I just said something to one of my mates. I was like, I'm a little bit bored of not seeing us win, but keep on saying, but I saw positives today.
Yeah.
There's a lot of positives. The real positive will be a win.
Yes.
We
and
need
a clean
a win.
sheet. And a clean sheet. That's the positive for me. I don't want to win. I want a clean sheet.
I tweeted after they equalised. I said, for God's sake, can't we just keep a clean sheet? And then someone said, oh, it's against Villa. You can't expect to keep a clean sheet. What, you know, you sound really entitled. Like, what do you mean entitled? Of course I want to see my team keep a clean sheet.
Yeah.
Why can't we do it? It's so frustrating.
It's really frustrating. We were just saying to Anton, it's like those because I thought, you know, apart from actually the goals, like I thought Mavid had a half decent game and Todibo, but it's those moments which are costing. Hello, mate. Good, mate. All right. And it's those moments that are costing us games. And you know, and I said, you know, if Mav was like someone who could concentrate for 90 minutes, he would have been playing for West Ham. Well, played a decent game.
Well, this is, you know, this has always been the case when it comes to, you know, our defenders.
Yeah.
You know, they play a really good game, and then it's a lapse of concentration for 5 minutes. I mean, the second one I will put down. I know there was defence.
Oh, look who it is! Look who it is! It's like a reunion. Just stay still. Ratty's in the chat. There he is.
Hello, buddy.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
All right, yeah.
That one hurt today, didn't it?
They didn't deserve it.
They didn't deserve it, but that one really hurt me today.
They tried. That's all.
We're just saying we're sick of saying positives now. It's like we go, oh yeah, the positives are, but it's like
it's only the second loss in about 8 games.
You're right. Yeah, it's a good point.
And they've won
They are
9
good.
games
Yeah,
on a trot.
yeah.
The only thing we made the mistake today, he should have put on Rodriguez 20 minutes.
Should have made subs earlier.
Or even Will. I think if Wilson had come on a couple of minutes before, I think we'd have been different.
And it was inches. I mean, he's like that. Offside's offside.
Yeah.
But Bowen was like that, and
He
you're
was,
3-2 up.
Yeah.
That's the fine margin.
But that always happens when you're down the bottom, innit? When you're down the bottom, the fine margins don't come your way, innit? And we just are now.
We saw that with Wolves yesterday.
Yeah, Wolves. I mean, exactly. Yeah, I mean, look at, and also, I mean,
They're putting a fight
There's a fight. There is a fight there. Yeah.
But as usual, the fucking.
I know.
You want a result?
Spurs.
You guarantee
Bloody
they'll say,
Spurs.
"Well,
I know.
fuck you over."
And then let's see where bloody like Leeds will
Leeds
probably
probably
win.
win,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. And I think we're 7 points off 14th now, which is slightly worrying me now.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit worried
The
now.
bottom line is we're not as badly affected by AFCON as a lot of teams, and we're, Sunderland. If you can't beat Sunderland's reserves, and that's what effectively you've got coming
Yeah.
up.
7, 8
Good
points
point.
missing.
Yeah, exactly. It's mental, isn't it? But I mean, yeah.
After Man City, we've got a lot of winnable games.
Yes.
And I would rest a lot of players. Anyone that hasn't had a game is going to be in your team in the next couple of weeks. Wants to run out of Man
Yeah,
City.
that's a good point. That's a
Man
good point.
City literally do a Moyes, say, sod it. As long as we lose 2-0 and say, if they start taking the piss, go through them.
Yeah.
So they say, you got your 2-0. If you're going to take it, you ain't playing next week. And I've seen Bonzo do that before.
Yeah,
back in the day.
yeah. I think it's just that one really hurt today.
It hurt, yeah, but
They
it was a
didn't deserve
worldie
to
goal.
lose.
They didn't deserve. And to be honest, I mean, we had a Villa fan on the other day, and he was like, "Do you know what? We aren't playing well,
No.
but we're just picking up wins."
But that's
You've got
Son
two
and
guys,
Son.
Tielemans and Morgan, who
Yeah.
can score from outside. So your holding midfield player has to be 10
Yeah.
yards. And they, whatever happened, because we was chasing the game, we forgot that. And of course,
Yeah.
he scores a worldie. You can't. It was a bloody.
It was a
goal.
good goal. Yeah, I don't think
I
Ariola
don't
got
mind-
beaten, but
I don't mind getting beaten by a goal like that.
yeah, if it was like a fuck up or an own goal,
Yeah.
whatever, yeah, but
Yeah, I mean, I haven't really seen it back, so I can't.
No,
can't
he put it in the
comment,
top
but-
he put it in the top bins.
I know it looked like it really curled.
And he could literally have done it in the first half because it literally the net did that. It
Yeah.
hit the top of the net.
Yeah, he
I
did.
remember he had that shot in the first half, and so I
But
was like,
they-
"Oh, that
but
was
two
close."
of them shoot from outside the box, so if you're
Makes all the
playing
difference,
Villa,
doesn't it?
one bloke's got to be. You ain't getting your wages if you are
Yeah.
closing him down when he
That's
shoots.
the thing at Villa, though. Villa, like, they share the goals around. I think they've got no one over 4 goals this season has scored in Premier League. It's all about
But
4 or
we've got to
5.
get a centre forward.
Oh, centre forward. And we need a centre half. We need someone who's
we-
like someone who's just no nonsense. Who's
we-
not going to be fancy.
We need at least 3 attacking players.
Yeah, we need
Because
a winner.
those substitutions, we had no attacking players.
No.
Yeah, nothing on the
We had
bench.
No,
nothing on the bench
No,
to put on
it's
to change the
old
game.
school. You know, you come off, you count your bruises, mate. 'cause
That's
I'm going to win the ball and I'm going to.
That's what we need. Someone like that, because we've got Todabo can be flaky at times. So he's playing better. Mav's flaky, but he can play
See, I
better.
th- I think
We want someone like Charlie Cresswell, someone who's going to be like a proper, like old school Craig Dawson, like modern day.
We've got those fighters in the midfield now. I think
Midfield's
Mugasa,
good.
Fernandez, and Potts.
Yeah.
They are all fighters in that midfield. They will get there, but we don't have anyone in the defence now.
Yeah.
And
Centre
it's-
forward and hold the ball up.
Oh.
They-
Because this is
Might get
the
points
3
for that.
months away
Yeah.
from home when it's horrible, it's miserable, it's pissing down with rain. You
Yeah.
don't want to be there. You want someone in there that is their centre half knows when they come off they've had a go.
Yeah.
Because otherwise that ball's going to keep coming back.
It's going to keep going up. Yeah.
And it felt the score.
Anyway, we've got
God
Christmas.
bless.
Lovely Christmas. Take care. Stat, we haven't seen Matt for ages, Stato. That was nice. The one question I've got at the moment is the way Nuno makes his subs.
I did not understand.
I thought I answered the last one. It's like, right, fuck it, just hoof it. We're going to hoof ball. But we never even got the ball to hoof, as you said.
No, that's what I said. I said we've got to get the ball back first. We didn't even have the ball. They were like really controlling it in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But, you need someone with a little bit of pace. Like, I feel like we should have tried to utilise Somerville down that left a little bit more because every single time he got the ball, he was taking players on. He was there. Yeah, his end product does lack. But he needs... You do that more... And I think he was causing a lot of problems. Didn't they have a couple of people on that side who had yellow cards as well?
Yeah, definitely.
So I don't know why we didn't try and utilise him a little bit more down that left-hand side.
Well, and you can see, I mean, let's be fair. I think Villa were a bit worried at the end because, we had, they took off Ian Matson, because obviously Bowen was having an absolute field day against him.
It was, yeah.
And they took off Ollie Watkins to put on Buendia. They were scrabbling. We didn't push on. We sort of
We never do.
We never
do push on. We like to sit back. It's just like, you look at those substitutions that we made.
Yeah.
And I think what goes on, what are we trying to hold on to here? If you put on someone like, I know you look at the options and it's literally all defenders.
Yeah.
It was all defenders on the bench apart from Callum Wilson.
I mean, there was no full crew again. We know he's gone in January, but still, you think he's still a West Ham player until we get rid of him.
Where's Marshall?
Where's Guilherme more often? I think Guilherme offers more than Callum, to be honest.
You've got Callum, you've got Guilherme, but they're two attacking players who have pace, who will just run at people, and they'll cause problems. Yeah, right, there might be some quality issues there, but still.
Yeah. Get rid of your beer. That's it. Be a good boy.
I want that.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. It's like, where were they? You know, you think that, again, it's another situation where it just shows how thin our squad is for attacking players. We're all right in midfield. Yeah. Fuck it. We can play two sides in midfield, but it's that forward line. It's just.
And I do like the midfield that we're putting forward. I thought 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗛 was great.
That ball in the second half.
Beauty. Over to Bowen.
Oh, beautiful.
Pin perfect. But there was a couple of balls like that, I think. I think he played one in the first half as well.
Yeah.
Over to the left to Juve. Played a lovely ball. But no, I like 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗛. I like Fernandes. I like the three. I love Fernandes. He's a workhorse.
Again, we'll look at the stats with Ben tomorrow. But how many times have we win that ball in midfield?
Yes.
So many times by tackle or getting in front of a player or taking it off their toe. You know, and that's we weren't letting them have the ball in midfield. Yeah, we were competing, but it's just lapsing concentration defensively really fucked us up.
And I've been like one of the biggest defenders of 𝗥𝗘𝗪 for some time, saying like he's a career player. I don't know how much.
Are we with Lucas? Are we getting to a situation now where by playing him we are really fucking the side up? I think.
See, I put earlier on this week. I put a tweet out, and I had 3 different midfields and attacks.
Yeah,
and. One of them, both the 2 popular ones. There was 2 with Wilson starting up top.
Yeah.
And there was one with what we started today.
Yeah.
One had 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗛 starting, one had 𝗥𝗘𝗪𝗧 starting. The most popular ones were the ones where we started Wilson. The most popular one was the one where we started without 𝗥𝗘𝗪𝗧.
Yeah.
And we started with 𝗪𝗪𝗧𝗛. The least popular one was the one we went with today.
Yeah.
Which is no surprise. We didn't start with a striker. We all feel like we need to start with a striker. But I think we saw with that midfield, and I don't... Like, 𝗥𝗘𝗪𝗧 was just very lethargic in the middle for the second goal. Very.
Yeah, I'm starting to think now, you know, for the benefit of us staying up, is he a luxury that we can't have in the starting lineup?
I heard someone say that the other day. He's a luxury player.
He is.
We can't afford to have a luxury player when you're down at the bottom.
He is. I do agree with that. He does create. You know, I know from a statistic perspective, he hasn't got a Premier League assist since the 4th. I think it's the 30th of March 2004. However, he does create a lot of big chances. You know, he's comparable with all the other, you know, players who we've had in that sort of attacking position. But
he played about 3 or 4 balls today where you thought, oh, if that went through, that was lovely.
It's almost like it's if, isn't it? That's the trouble.
I mean, that is the problem. It's just very much like that. I saw a lot of positives, but we didn't get a win. It's very like, 𝗥𝗪𝗧𝗛 plays these lovely balls, but they don't quite come off that. The defender gets onto it.
And do we go for, you know, do we go even more pragmatic now and play the 3, play Wilson with the 2, and then hopefully in January we bring in the striker early doors to sort of play that role, because we need it. We so need it. It's so abundantly clear how we need a striker. Unless you're a ball controlling side, I don't get playing a false 9. Do you know? But in a weird way, I mean, that Brighton game we played a false 9, and today we played a false 9, and you know, as Matt said,
I understand it a little bit more away from home.
Yeah.
At home, no. Like, I think we should be taking the game a little bit more.
Yeah.
We should be playing that striker. I don't understand why Wilson didn't start. We haven't played for a week. We're not playing for another week.
Yeah.
You know, he's got a decent break in between. I got it when he played 2 games in 5 days. Yes. But at the moment, no. I don't understand it. I don't think he had much of an impact when he came on, but that's because we didn't really have the ball much.
Too late then, wasn't it?
It was too late. He should have come on in like the 60th minute.
Still not more minutes for my boy Kante. Comes on.
No.
Gets a tackle in.
He does. He's all right.
Again, I didn't really understand. I was like, yeah, but I suppose when you look at the bench, it's like, I'd have probably brought Ollie Scars instead and just to get some delivery into the box. Do you know what I mean?
What does George have to do?
Yeah, but George. I just don't think he's physical. I think he'll get eaten up personally, but that's just my opinion. I think he's pragmatic.
You don't know because we ain't seen him in these games.
But anyone who watches the 21s, he gets pushed about. That's 21 football. What are you going to do in the Premier League? That's what surprised me about Kante, him getting minutes, because for me, he's far too poor in terms of he's not the finished article. He gives the ball away far too much in 21 football.
Yeah.
So you can't make those mistakes in Premier League football. But I think it's the physicality more than anything of what he brings. He is a big bastard.
He is a big bastard.
There we go. Anyway, we're going to go because our signal's going to go in a minute. Myself and Statman Ben will do the breakdown tomorrow. We'll also talk about how West Ham have got some funds available due to us selling 49% of our women's team to Monarch Collective. That should be going through in the next couple of weeks. So that helps the old transfer budget. And until next time, take care, my friends. Much love. See you soon. Bye-bye.